Hello and welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot and to my latest reading, which is on what do men think about you. I'm also going to be doing another reading later called what do women or most women think about you. So pick one of the four piles, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4 to see what it is that men think about you. Wands, Death, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and Eight of Cups. All right, so I'm hearing that men they have sort of like an awe and respect for you. They feel a little bit intimidated by you because they feel that you're almost powerful and get what you want. You're like a powerful person who gets what they want. And it's almost like sometimes you may attract needy men cuz I'm hearing that you're not really, and you may think you're a needy person, but you're not a very like needy person. So they don't think that you are. So it's sort of like they see that you as somebody who has everything they want. So they're almost thinking like, oh, is this person could like go away, or they may not think that you're interested or something like that. And also, yeah, it's sort of like it's like almost like you don't. They think you're almost like I'm getting kind of a goddess energy, and it's sort of like they don't know exactly what to give you because it's almost like you have like a sort of an energy, sort of a mysterious energy too, is what I'm hearing. But it's sort of like they sometimes don't know if you want stability or if you don't. It's sort of sometimes I'm hearing sometimes you give off sort of confusing vibes, so they don't really know what you want. And to be fair, I'm hearing sometimes you don't know what you want. You do, like, it's like you almost know what you want in 75% of the cases, but 25% of the cases you have a core that generally knows what you want, but sometimes you don't know what you want, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Let's see what else energy. So I'm hearing that there's sort of like journey. Interesting, I've got Eight of Cups and journey. And I'm hearing, yeah, they kind of see you as somebody who's always on a quest for goals, whether or not this is true, but they kind of I'm hearing like 90%, 95% of men don't really get you, and that gives you sort of an energy of intrigue or sort of like goddess like energy, but some don't. So I mean, I'm hearing there's some who think that you're haughty, but I'm hearing that's not true at all, but they kind of feel defeated. There's like, I'm hearing that there's a chunk of men that are like sort of more like advanced, spiritually based men that think positively about you. So like I'm hearing that the higher the quality of the man, the higher they will think about you, like the higher, more like caliber, if you will, like, you know, like exhibiting, like, you know, human beings can sort of exhibit higher or less high interesting traits. But I'm hearing the higher caliber men, they think highly of you, and the lower caliber men, if you will, they almost think you're haughty, or just they kind of project all this stuff onto you that doesn't really have anything to do with you. But I'm hearing like, because I'm hearing that you're kind of like you expect things to be a certain way, and some are like some are for that, but some are not for that, I'm hearing. And then what else do we have here? Yeah, fortune and merchant. So I'm hearing that they kind of think, whether or not you're rich or not, they think that you have like a rich energy, or like it's somehow an energy of abundance, or an energy of sort of of abundance and accumulation, right? Because we got the Queen of Pentacles behind there, and then we got Merchant and Fortune. So it's sort of like they can imagine you as a queen who has a queen. You are the queen of your kingdom, is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing some, yeah, like some are positive about that and some aren't. And it's interesting, you got a House and the Four of Wands. And I'm hearing that a lot of men, they want to like give you stability, but they're like, do you even need that? And waiting, it's almost like they're always waiting. They feel like they're always waiting for you, is what I'm hearing. That's what they. And then interesting, servant and then service. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see if I can get some clarity on that. So servant and service. It's sort of like I'm hearing, okay, what energy can I get from that? It's sort of like, let me try and put it into words. Like some I'm hearing the word. Some men think that you're bossy almost. I'm hearing they think that you're bossy, and some are positive about that. They actually you're bossy, but you're not really. I'm hearing you just have assertive boundaries, and you're very clear about what you want. So you don't have to be. You could be like an Earth sign, a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, but it's sort of like they see you as but I'm hearing most men, like the more what I'm saying is the more higher quality men think positively. So it's sort of like you weed out the negative men, if you will. Like you sort of because of your energy. And I'm hearing some negative men don't like to be weeded out. And I'm thinking that you also, like, you don't put up with nonsense. That's what I get with the Queen of Pentacles. And I'm hearing that the kind of low quality men do not like that. They do not like that. But the high quality men do, is what I'm hearing. And so that's what we've got for pile number 1. We go pile number 1. And now let's see. I just want to just give me a second. I'm going to grab I don't know where I put my deck of my other deck of cards, which where did it? I'll just grab it here just in case I need some clarity. I'll grab my other deck of cards, and then here we go. My other deck, and let us get started. Okay, or not started, but this is pile number 2. Okay, well here, what do we see for pile number 2? Hello, pile number 2. Let us see, what do we have for pile number 2? It's an interesting stone, and I'm kind of drawn to the stone here, but we've got we've got the moon. Interesting. The Ace of Pentacles. So I'm hearing that they kind of, like, I'm hearing you're quite fascinating to men, is what I'm hearing. Because it's almost like, because if you see I'm covering the energy of the moon because it's got, YouTube, the YouTube gods, if you will. But it's almost like, because you got the Ace of Pentacles, it's almost like they sense, and I'm hearing like sort of like certain men can sense this about you, but it's sort of like you have like almost a earthy, grounded energy, but it's almost like you have almost this mystical energy as well. So they don't know really what to expect from you, and I'm hearing it's sort of an intriguing mix, because it's sort of like they describe you as down to earth, practical, and like you have that a bit of that energy with the Ace of Pentacles, down to earth, practical, but it's almost like you have this imaginative side as well it's very almost mystical. So it's sort of like they feel that you're almost two people in one, and you can see from the stone here, it's sort of like this energy of sort of like they don't, it's kind of mysterious, the stone. You don't really know what to think of it, is what I'm hearing. Let's see what the other cards say. the Four of Cups. Sometimes I'm hearing they feel, oh, interesting. The High Priestess. Sometimes I'm here. They don't really. And I got the mysterious vibe, right? I got that, but then we pulled the High Priestess, and that's the sort of the ultimate in mysterious card. So yeah, I'm hearing that they think you're very generally like, and I'm not saying not all men. I'm just trying to pick up with the general energy, but they think that you're almost like mysterious, and they don't know. It's almost intriguing because they don't know if you want them or not. They don't know quite where you stand with them, and it's sort of an energy that's quite. And then I pulled out the Two of Wands, and everything is fine, and it's almost like you have an air of everything is fine, but is things really fine? Are things really fine? They don't know, and they don't know even if you know. Like, it's sort of like they find you like sort of complex emotionally. They find you very and it's sort of like the more complex men find that quite intriguing, and even the sort of less, if you will, complex, if you will, I'm trying to find the right verbiage, men find that intriguing too, but they can kind of, it can go either way. It can trigger them sometimes, but it's an intriguing try to triggering, and yeah, and then the Knight of Swords, I pulled that as well too. It actually can make them want to attack in some way because of not well, yeah. Oh, I should put a trigger warning on this for. I mean, like, not like, but it could be like, it could, a trigger sort of the, shall we say, like less than stellar, human beings to want to attack you, if you will. So I'm trying to put that, I don't want to put in a triggering way, but, emotionally, or, like, because how people, they sort of, if they don't understand something, they feel like they must attack or bully it, or that kind of thing. But it's sort of like they find that energy to be so, but I'm hearing that, and it's just only a really like a small percentage of men have that energy. I'm hearing even other like human beings in general have that energy, like sort of wanting to attack you because you're mysterious. And yeah, I hope that wasn't triggering. I don't want to put it like, I hope that wasn't triggering or anything, the word attack or something. But yeah, anyway, I'm just trying to, sometimes with these readings, it's like you try and have the right words, and it's like, yeah, you try and, anyway, it's like you want to articulate the right words, and it's just like, how exactly can that sound, if you will. But danger. Interesting. So it's almost like, and it's interesting I word the word attack or danger, and I'm getting something too. It's sort of like they feel that you might be dangerous to them. Okay, I'm getting something else, because I word the word attack, but I'm hearing you, they feel that they attack you, certain people, like certain energies of people, but it's sort of like they almost feel that you may know their secrets too, like what's going on in their head or something, and they may not be able to articulate this as such, but it's sort of like a victim. Interesting, victim. So it's sort of like they kind of may even pick up a vibe of that you've been victimized in some way before. Like, so it's sort of like some men are kind of like, oh, they want to save you. That's kind of the energy. So it's sort of a very complex pile that I'm picking up in, and they kind of want to like they have it, like you elicit sort of a lot of, like the High Priestess can elicit a lot of energy in people that sometimes that have secrets, or they don't want, or they've got a lot of baggage that they don't want to be expunged, and then they kind of so that sort of like they think you're mysterious, but then they can kind of feel that you might know their secrets as well too. So, but then there's like it all depends. It's almost like what I'm hearing is you kind of weed out the consciousness of your energy field, shall we say. It sort of shows the consciousness of men, but also people as well too. It's sort of like I'm hearing you could have an energy of like, I'm trying to find the right word. I think it's a hyoka or I don't want to. I don't know if I know have the right word, but a projector, or it could be that might not be the right word. I don't know, but it's what I'm trying to say is it's sort of like somebody who you weed out other people's stuff. So you can. It's almost like you can't figure out why people or men are sort of like they have this. They suddenly just feel emotions towards you that you're not even trying to trigger is what I'm hearing. Yeah, again, it's sort of like, and you're like, but I'm not even trying to trigger you, and it can almost feel dangerous for you, almost like it's kind of like, but I'm not. It's almost like you, and I'm hearing that certain people, they carry around this energy field that holds up a mirror to other people and activates their stuff, and it's sort of like, so I'm hearing that you may, what I'm hearing is that you may want to put out of an energy, like an energy field around you. That's what I'm getting from that card. That sort of protects you from the wrong type of people. Because I'm hearing that you can sort of really attract the wrong type of people that almost have a beef with you for no reason. Like they'll suddenly, yeah, like they'll suddenly have this beef with you. And it's like you've done nothing to precipitate it. So it's sort of like, yeah, maybe you can look up on this dynamic and sort of like, you know, like you could, if you can look up this sort of like, yeah, there's words for it. Threat. Interesting. So it's like people, and I'm hearing you're not like, you're not even a threat, but it's sort of people, there's a certain subset of people who think of you as a threat when you are not like even a threat. But I'm hearing the question, so I'm getting this dynamic of they say, oh, you're a threat. They somehow project this on you, like these men or these people, this energy, like, oh, you're a threat. They suddenly get this, they have this thing out for you, and they start thinking, oh, this person's this way, oh, this person, they start projecting all this stuff on you. And what I'm hearing is the people who do this are actually themselves the most threatening bad people, but they somehow, because they're, yeah, this is getting kind of into a deep pile, but it's sort of like, you may want to look into the book People of the Lie, and they basically they start, because of their shady stuff, the fact that they've got a lot of People of the Lie hidden, and you should read that book. It's a really good book if you want to, if you're wanting to read it. People of the Lie by Scott Peck. But it's sort of like, because they know they have stuff inside of them that they don't really want to acknowledge, they somehow glom onto you, or they could be really almost weirdly attracted to you but disliking you at the same time. Like they have this weird attachment or hatred energy towards you. And I'm hearing you may want to maybe not entirely remove this energy, because I mean, we have these energies inside for a reason, but I'm hearing put like a bubble around you that only a very intentional being very intentionally energetic is very important for the kinds of people that you attract into your life. It's very important. It's very important that you attract certain types of people around. Okay, interesting. Love, compulsion, home. I'm hearing you could even attract people that are very stalkerish, who think that they love you when they don't love you at all, if that makes sense. And they want to sort of invade your space compulsively. Yeah, I don't want to make it a trigger warning. Maybe I'll put it, I don't know if I will. But it's sort of like people that have sort of a certain compulsive energy towards you. And it's almost like it extends to people, not just men, but that's what they're doing this pile on. But interesting. So yeah, I'm hearing energetic protection sort of being very attuned to your protection and being very intentional about the energies. Because I'm hearing you can be a very powerful, you could very much powerfully create what you want in your life in all areas if you attend to these sort of energetic components to you. Like if you, and yeah, so I'm hearing, yeah, and then the Empress, so one more card I got, the Empress, which is about powerfully creating. And I just said that, just said powerfully creating what you want with the Empress. So taking the energy of that card, powerfully create what you want. And I may even, let's see if there's a healing code card. I wasn't going to use these, but I think of it. Crown Chakra Releaser. So you may want to interesting. I'm going to give you these cards right here. Grounding Enhancer and Crown Chakra Enhancer. So it's going to help you in various, if you want to accept this, these kind of energies will affect you positively. You can stop this if you want this. I'll just hold it up here. Just the energy of this, right? And it's like, it's this healing code card, the mind deck. I'll put it in the comments section, or the, what do you call it, the description. But yeah, take that energy, because I'm sensing that you really want to be grounded, release energetically. But I keep on hearing release energetically, because this is like something you want to create in your life. You want to ground, but you also want to clean out that energy, not only in your crown, but all areas of your life. So take in that energy, stop the video if you want, and that's all we've got. This pile, I think it's gone a little bit longer perhaps than the other ones, but it feels like well, I don't know what the other piles are going to be, but yeah, I hope you, like you can stop it where I had those cards up, so you can just take an energy if you want to, because they're really a really good card deck. All right. That work on the energetic and spiritual level. All right, pile number 3. Hello, pile number 3. Let us see, what do we have? What do men think about you? King of Cups. So that's already a positive sign, I think. We'll see what the other, because with cards, one card can drastically change when the other, let's see, what do we have? The Hermit. And interesting, the 8 of Wands. So I'm hearing that they tend to feel, and this could be like, this can be in many senses, right? This could be friendship, otherwise, like, men, but the all, like, I'm just picking up the energy, but I'm hearing that they can feel kind of abandoned by you, because you kind of tend to disappear and do your own thing. That's what I'm hearing with the Hermit and the 8 of Wands. And it's sort of like they don't really know what to offer to you. They don't know what to, and people and like, could feel this way as well too. But in that, they don't know. And then I got the 9 of Cups. It's almost like if they knew what to do for you, they would. But yeah, this is it's sort of like they feel that you're kind of that you're sort of, they don't really know what you do, and they find that that's sort of mysterious. But it's sort of like, they feel that you go off, like you'll be somewhere and then you'll go off somewhere. And I'm hearing, you may kind of just like to keep your space and essentially like go off and do their space. And it's like they'd like to know, I'm hearing that there's like, many men that want to offer you something, but they don't really know what it is. They don't really know what to confuse. Oh, interesting. And I got confusion. And it's sort of like, and sometimes, I mean, they're confused. They're confused by you, and it's almost like I'm hearing most men would describe you as nice, but they don't. And I pull this and it sounds so funny. It's like a funny word to pull, but it's sort of like, and it's like they don't really, like, how do I say it? They're confused. It's sort of like a sense of intrigue, because they don't really know what's really going on. Like, I pulled a blank card in I got this deck. Somebody gave it to me. It's kind of an interesting deck from Germany that has all these interesting words on it that can help me posture. And it's sort of like they confuse, they don't know, and they sometimes they posture and act a certain, it's almost like they act a certain way because they don't know how to act. So they think you're nice, but they don't know for sure. So there's confusion. So they start. It's sort of like you trigger their a lot of their insecurities of, oh, she's gonna go off by herself and leave me. And like, you almost trigger people with like abandonment issues, and it's not your, like, I'm hearing it's not your fault for doing this, really, because it's like it's not something you really intend to do, but it's sort of like, and I'm hearing you could be like, you could have Piscean energy or water sign energy too, but you don't necessarily have to. You don't necessarily, but, and melancholy. So sigh, melancholy. So it's almost like they feel kind of a sense of melancholy around you, but they don't know if it's them or you. It's sort of like, and they don't know if, but I'm hearing they don't, it's almost like you put on a bright, cheery face. So it's sort of like they don't know, like you almost have a pleasing personality that's pleasant. So they kind of like, they don't know, and they feel like, oh, maybe you'll think, they kind of are kind of eyeing you, like, what does this person really think about me? It triggers, what do they really think about me? And like, what are they going to do next? Almost. It's almost like they get involved with this, like figuring you out can be sort of a, shall we say, like chess game. They feel like, oh, if I do this, it's like I'm hearing, if I do this, she'll run away. If I say the wrong thing, she might, but is that really true? They don't really know. They don't really know if that's true. And I'm hearing that a lot of men, they don't really see the real you. They don't really see the real you. They think they do. Some may do, but it's sort of like and some it's sort of like they kind of wish for more communication with you. They kind of they kind of want more communication with you is what I'm hearing, because they feel confused. But I'm hearing like they don't feel that you have a, you know how they don't feel that you have a bitch energy, like, if that makes sense. You know, like some people, you know, they have a no nonsense, like the Queen of Swords, right? Not saying they don't feel that. They feel that you have a warm, they almost feel like you have a warm, inviting energy, but then they're just like, oh, is that what else is going on here? And how do I go about making the situation more pleasant, if you will. But they don't know how to do that, and they don't really, or not pleasant, I don't know, I'm trying to find the right words, like sort of, they kind of, it's almost like, okay, this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it's a combination of, you're almost like okay, I'm getting it now. It's sort of like your energy of a Piscean energy, a water sign energy that's sort of mystical and goes off and does their own thing. It comes back. It has a smiley demeanor, but not sort of a sweet demeanor, if you will. But also, I'm getting the energy. They almost feel that you're a cat, and they kind of have to coax you, like to like it's, you know how with a cat, like you can't, with a with a dog, right? A dog is like, oh, like I'm here, I'm completely available, I'm here, but like you like, it's like you feel you're available but not quite available. And it's sort of like with a cat. It's sort of like they interact with you almost like a cat. Like, oh, what exactly do I need to do to, like, gain this cat, like you a cat, you have to gain their approval, or they'll just kind of, if you do the wrong thing, they'll run off. So that's kind of like, they're like, okay, I've got to win the approval of this mysterious cat-like energy, which is like, because cats are sort of, they're nice, but they're kind of, they don't put up with stuff either. They don't put up, they've kind of, they cuddle, they'll rub against your leg, they'll be, like, I'm just trying to describe, that's just the energy that came up with a cat-like energy. But then, oh, if you do the wrong thing, they're not going to put up with it either. They're not going to put up, and it's not even, they won't even, well, they may claw you, I'm hearing, yeah, they may, but it's more like, they're like, bye, okay, I don't care, bye. And a cat too, you don't really know what they're, but that's the imagery I got, was a cat. So yeah, I hope that doesn't sound like triggering, or like, I mean, I think it's complimentary to be like a cat, but some people don't like cats. So I hope that's not a trigger or anything. I hope I conveyed this in an appropriate or way, if you will. But anyway, that's what we've got for pile number 3. What do men think about you? Interesting. You have an interesting complex energy. Interesting. So let us go to pile number 4. What do we got for pile number 4? We've got the World, Queen of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, and Strength. So I'm hearing that they think that you, let's see, they think that you're very, almost an expansive, worldly person. Somebody, you may have air sign energy, but it's sort of like you want to, you've almost got like a very exploratory energy, or even a Sagittarius, or like a fire sign type thing. You may have that, or Aries or Leo, but it doesn't have to be. But it's sort of like it's almost like they feel that you're a mix of independence. They don't quite know sometimes what to think of you. It's sort of like an independent energy combined with almost like the sense is like you're almost trying to get things under control, get your life under control. I feel almost like you're a mix of being studious and worldly, and sort of almost a little bit mystical, but somebody who really wants to see the world, and it's almost like they feel that they want to give you the world type thing. And it's almost like, and it's gonna sound funny, but it's almost like they feel this impending sense of what's gonna happen next with you. They don't know. So interesting. That's crazy. I pulled it, and what's gonna happen next with you, and then I pulled surprise. That is crazy. Yeah. So that's, I was like, that one having as a confirmation that I'm on the right track. But they almost feel like this person's surprise, like it's almost like they feel like they have to surprise you and keep you on your toes all the time, or something, or what's the word? Or you might surprise them constantly. Like they don't know what you're going to do next. And what else? They basically a surprise. They may try, I'm hearing, they may try to surprise you in awkward ways that don't really work. It's a funny thing, but and then basically but almost an impending, like, not doom, that's not the right word, but it's sort of like they don't know. It's almost like they almost think that you're maniacal, but in an exciting. I don't. It's gonna sound. It's not gonna sound. I'm gonna let me clarify. In an exciting and on an endearing way of somebody who likes to see the world, right? Like, oh, like I don't mean that in an insult. I don't know. Maybe that's an insulting word, but sometimes I gotta get the right word. But it's sort of like in the sense of like, oh, they don't know what you're gonna do next, and what sort of puzzle you're going to solve next, or what restaurant you're going to want to go to next. So it's sort of like an exciting energy. I mean, those kind of people. It could be a Gemini energy, it could be a Sagittarius fire sign energy, but it's sort of like, oh, they're exciting. And then I'm hearing that like some may like it, some may not like it, but sort of like it at the same time, and basically, and I'm hearing 10 of Wands. They might also think, some may think that you're a little bit overburdened too, even though like they may sound a little bit contradictory, because I describe an energy of like an otherworldly sort of, or a worldly exploratory energy of going to this, wanting to travel here at the last minute, right? So it's sort of an energy of, they think that you're somebody who's wants to like, oh, we'll go on this trip on the last minute and everything. But others, like, sort of, we got the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles. Other ones think that you're very kind of, okay, the word that comes to mind is perfectionistic and burdened by your need for perfection. And I'm hearing perfection it's a good energy, I in my opinion, but they may think like, oh, you're kind of you're too burdened with your need to be like sort of perfection about things. Like, you may be somebody who's very, like, the word that comes to mind is mentally acute. Like, you may have like read like 1,000 or I don't know 100,000 books. Who knows? And always be taking classes or have like 3 jillion different certificates and degrees, but you feel burdened. Like, you may feel burdened, amplified, and it's almost like they feel that the energy, any kind of thing that you do, is amplified by, like, interesting, I pulled that card. It's like an energy card, but normally I use it to just like to have an energetic download. But the energy here is like everything you do is exciting and amplified, and like when a new like cat or dog is outside and they're like exploring the snow for the first time, or the daisies or flowers. It's almost like that's the energy that you have, like, of, oh, I'm gonna do this now, it's also exciting, and I'm so excited about exploring this next chapter. It's almost like you're like oh, I'm going to explore the new chapter in my life. Like, oh, this new chapter, I'm going to be doing this next week, and then, oh, I'm traveling here. It's like they feel that you've got a lot going on. So that's what I mean when I said maniacal energy. I meant it as a compliment. It's how they perceive you. It's like, like going from one place to another, and then an exciting and exploratory traveling type energy, if that makes sense. Okay, I think that's all we've got for part 4. I hope that you have a terrific day, and maybe check out my other channel videos to see if there's anything for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.